Hi everyone, I'm working on a project at the moment and I thought I would do part of it as a video for you. So my recent post, I don't know if you saw, I'm doing a stag telephone table. I'm doing it in soapstone. It's behind me, I don't know if you can see, all right, there. The piece behind it is soapstone as well, so it probably doesn't show up so well on the camera. But so I painted it in 2 coats of soapstone and pretty happy with that. I might tweak some bits with a lighter colour on the borders yet, I don't know. So what I thought I'd do, rather than make the wrong decision, I'm going to do the seat and then see how it looks together and then what little extras I do. So this is the seat that came with it. As you can see, it's fairly manky. So I'm getting rid of all that. I'm getting rid of the fabric. I'm going to get new foam underneath, you know, the cushioning, the foam. So everything's going, apart from the wood that's on. There's a protective cover on it. So all that's coming off. It's going to get a good clean. New foam and fabric. So I've got some fabrics at home, but I just fancied, I got the idea of a grain sack stripe. Which I love those. So I don't have anything like that, so I thought I would create it, and that's why I'm doing the video. So I bought some fabric yesterday. Now this isn't upholstery fabric, but I'm not too worried about that because this piece, I have a lady going to be buying it anyway. It's going to be used in a hallway and it's going to be like an occasional piece, so it's not really going to be sat on. It's more display, and she's got a really nice old telephone apparently, so she's looking forward to displaying that on this. So I bought this lovely oatmeal fabric. Just ½ metre is all I need because I'm even going to use only half of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the grain sack stripe onto it, and I'm going to use the soapstone as well, so the stripe is the same colour, but I might introduce another colour. I think I might introduce cranberry as a thin stripe. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this prepared. I'll come back and I'll show you how easy it is to do the stripe, and hopefully it'll work. What I've done, I've cut my material. Let's see that. I've cut the material to fit the board as it is, the seat as it is at the moment, obviously allowing to go over and staple it underneath. Then I've kind of worked out my centre and left a little mark, a little pen mark there, and I want 4 centimetre strips because I've only got a certain size to work with. I'm trying to work it out. I can get 3 stripes on the seat, not too close, you know, not too far apart, that kind of thing. So I've got a 4 centimetre width stripe in the middle, and then I've equally measured across. So there's my second stripe there. See there, I've painted one already. So I'm going to do this one with the camera, and then when the grey's dry, I will go back and do tape work for my thinner stripes. It's going to be thinner stripe either side. The tape I've used here is the Deltec Gold. See in there? It's more tacky than the purple one, which is sensitive, and obviously being fabric, I need it to be a bit more tacky. This, to be honest, would be a lot easier to do on wood or canvas, anything like that, because it won't move. Fabric moves. And you can see I'm using pots as weights, full pots of paint, just to kind of weight it down. So I found, you know, you've got to be really careful. I mean, obviously doing this on anything, you've got to measure, double check everything to get your stripes, but obviously with fabric, you know, there's a little bit of movement, so I'm hoping this works. I've never done this before on fabric, so this is literally my first time. Now, you can paint fabric with Fusion, no problem. If you were painting, say a whole seat cover, I would dilute the paint first because I want it to kind of seep in, almost a bit like a dye. So you water down your paint for the first coat. Make sure your fabric's clean. Spritz the seat. Maybe you paint sort of 50-50 with water, because you want it to seep in. You want it to seep into the fibres of the fabric. This is a bit different. I don't want it really to seep in because I want my nice neat lines. So watering it down really isn't a good idea here, because I don't want it to seep under the tape. So make sure you tape your edges are nice and stuck down. And I was going to use a dabbing brush, but I thought there's a bit, it could be here all day, you know, the long stripes. So I'm actually using the Klingon, because if you see the Klingon, it has a flat edge. It's not a pointed edge like some brushes. So it's ideal for the dabbing. And obviously it's a bit bigger. So now I hope you can see this. So I'm going to start, and I'm literally, I'll do it here first. See there? I'm not brushing side to side. I'm literally vertical brush and literally dabbing. And here where I've done it, in some places now I can see there's a little bit of the cotton, the fabric showing through, but I like that. I'm not going to go over it because it's a grain sack stripe. That's the effect I'm going for. So you want that little bit maybe worn, not complete block look about it. So that whole kind of, it's been used for sacks of grain, that kind of thing. Now I'm going to the edge here. Can you see that? Now this will be tucked under anyway, but I can go up, not to the very edge, but 1/2 millimetre away. So just make sure as it goes around the side of the seat, it's all covered. You haven't got a gap. Okay. Oh yeah. At the next stage now, I wanted to create my thin stripes. So to do this, I had to, where's my tape? I had to cut the tape in half. So I have a mat, they're placemats actually, plastic placemats, which are really handy. And so what I had to do is stick a line onto the clean side of the placemat, and I measured, so I literally went for half of the tape and cut it in half. I wanted to create a thin stripe either side of the grey, so that's what I had to cut the tape in half for. So if you're doing that, get your measurements right, use a sharp blade and a metal ruler, because I don't know if you've tried it before, if you cut with a sharp blade and using a plastic ruler, it can often cut into the side of the ruler. So there's my thin stripe basically, so I've measured that. It's about 1/2 centimetre, I think. So I've gone with the cranberry, as I said before, because I thought it'd be nice with the oatmeal and then the grey. So I've started that already, so I'm just going to finish this, and then we'll pull this tape off and see how it looks. This is my do-it-yourself fabric. So this is going to go on the seat. then we'll know if my lines are correct when it's on the seat. Looks pretty good from here, but putting it on the seat will be the true test. But I'm really, really happy with that. Love the colours. Love the oatmeal with the grey. I hope you found that useful, and the end result will be coming up at the end of this. Okay.